melody. That specifically is what I'll do as the tutorial, and then I won't do anything else from the song. I'll try to explain how to play it. So what you're going to want to do is, you got these open strings that you play first. You play G, B, and then D, but that's an octave down from what you need, that note. So what you do is, you do a harmonic on the 12th fret on the D string, so that's... And I'm doing it with my pinky. So it's just, that's the right hand movement. Then you can take your hands away, just let that ring out. Then the next thing that I do is, as the pointer finger is like an anchor into the next position. And we're at 7. So on the 7th fret B string, pointer finger, 3rd finger, and 4th finger. And then the next move that you do, have your finger doing this as like a bar, almost, but not on the entire fret. Do it only on the high E string. Your position is right here, that's your 2nd position. First position is, 2nd position is right here. And then the 3rd position, you're on 5 and 7, so your 1st finger and then your 3rd finger. Your 3rd finger is on 7. So that's the first bar. In total, that's position 1, position 2, position 3. Now for the next bar, the first movement here you want to do is with 2 and 4, these 2 fingers. Put those 2 on the G string and E string. So you're hitting 6 and 7 here. Make sure you get that first. That's the easiest way to do it in my opinion. So you're switching from position 3 here to... But nah, we gotta figure out how to do the bass, right? I find that doing that first, switching to that position, put your pointer finger in the perfect place to just grab the 4th fret here on the D string, so you can do that. You can do it as a black chord if you want, but if you want it to sound like the song, then strum that with your thumb, your pointer finger, and your ring finger. That's the strum, the fingers I'm using for the strum. And don't bar the fret, just hit the note there. So none of your fingers are hitting the B string because the next note is a B string open note. Then we have 6 here. Your finger is already there if you're in this position. So, and then if you're following, you should have a free finger. Your ring finger shouldn't be doing anything right now. So hit that on 7 on the G string. And then all your fingers should be down here. And then what you do next is take off your middle finger, slide this finger down. Take off your pinky finger. So the 3rd finger, the ring finger, should slide down 1 fret from where it just was, and the 2 and 4 should be off. So you're sort of in position now. You have your 1st finger and 3rd finger in position. What you do is after you take your middle finger off, you put it down on the E string on the 5th fret. Then that's your next strum, using the same fingers that the other strum was using. You have your open string, then you're on 6 already. So the last thing, put your pinky down, because you should have a free pinky. Put it down on 7 on the G string. So in total, you've got your position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, position 5. That's like how many different positions you need to be thinking about for these first 2 bars. And then it repeats. But this is different this time. When you're switching here to bar 4, it changes up a little bit. What you do here is you have your 1 and 3, same position there for the next transition, but all you need this time is 2 fingers, one on the D string and one on the E string. And then with your ring finger, put it on 7, if you can reach that. right? So you've got so that's your next position. Then this part might be hard, but what you're gonna want to do is go all the way down to fret 11 and 10. And the fingers you're using here is, you have a bar, it's doing the same thing, you're only hitting that bar on the 10th fret. And then you're hitting 11 with the second finger. So that's, your second finger is free, so you can put that down already on the G string. Like I'm doing that position already and then just sliding it down, so it's 10th and 11th fret. And if you're doing that correctly, you should have a ring finger and pinky finger free. You put those on 12 here on these strings. So that's in the next part, slide your ring finger down 1 fret to the 11. Also, when you put down your previous position on the 12, you can take off your previous finger of 1 and 2. So all you have is just that. Then you can take everything off if you want, except for the ring finger. Slide the ring finger down. And then put your bar down on 9. So you have 2 fingers right now. In this position, this move here, take your middle finger off. So it's just the bar at this point. And then with your second finger, which is your middle finger, put it on 10 on the B string, still on the bar, so everything can ring out. Oh, and I should mention as well, the bar should only be, don't make the bar go to the E string. Bar every note except for the low E string for this bar here. And you're gonna have to move your bar down. You're here, and then your pinky is what's gonna hit the 9. So get that in place now and slide it down. But what you can do is take off the pressure from the lower half of the bar and keep the, as you're just hitting one note, keep it on the A string and slide it down. So the bar isn't there anymore, and it's just, and what I like doing there is canceling the sound. I'll play that all together. So every time it goes back to that, the motif, the last girl motif, I like to cancel out all the strings. Otherwise, I like to have them ring out. But that's just, I don't know if the song does that. That's just something I'm doing that makes it sound cool. Yeah, the song actually does do that. The bass note, it gets canceled out when the motif starts again. So then you have your repeat again of with the first position. Okay, and then the last thing that I'll show you here for this tutorial is this bar, these 2 bars. So here, just to listen to it, you've got so that's what we're aiming for. So your position is from there. You can take everything off except for your pointer finger. Keep that in position. And put down your second finger below that on the 4th fret. So that's your position here. Your 4th finger on the 4th fret on the G string. Then your 3rd finger hitting 3. And what's gonna be tricky is I added some notes here that you're gonna want to not emphasize. You want to play them very quietly. Like da da da, that's the melody. Play those loud. But the next note, play that too as quietly as you can. All of the notes that have parentheses around them here, you're going to want to try to play quietly, but it's kind of hard to do that. So here's your position. Put your 4 on the next 3. And then bar. That's your position. And as soon as you hit this note, which you're not emphasizing, you switch positions. Or actually, as soon as you hit this note. Like this, the 3 is the last note that you'll play before switching positions, but... So, take off all your fingers and put the bar down. The bar goes up to string D. So, you're here on this note, 2. See that? You have your 3rd finger and 2nd finger on 4 and 3. So those can be down, those 3 fingers, not this one yet. And then as soon as you put that one down, as soon as you put 4 down, 4, 5, you can take off these 2 fingers. You don't have to move very much here. You should be in position to get the 2 here, the 2 and 0, if you have that bar down correctly. So right now you just have these 2 fingers down, but then place the 3rd finger down on 4. You can take the pinky off when you do that too. So you have da da da. Then for the next note here, you can take off 3, because you have the bar. It's 2 and 3, so your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, B string. Then the next note, which you emphasize, the next beat, is that, which is just the bar. It's hard to explain this. I just have it so ingrained. And you have your bars. Put your pinky down on the 5th string, 5th fret, A string. So this is your chord position for these 3 notes. Let go of everything except for the bar. And then put their pinky back down on 5. And the rhythm for this is... That's the rhythm you want to have, and then your pinky just slides between those notes. So you got your bar down. I mean, I think that's kind of... That section's kind of self-explanatory. You can see what I'm doing too. This keeps touching my guitar. Anyways, that's the tutorial. That's where I'll stop explaining, because that's most of the song, so... And that's the motif, what most people are going to want to play. There is the C section, but I'm partly not showing that because I'm selling the tab for this cover on Patreon. And it's also really hard, so it will get harder to explain. So yeah. If you want an easy way to play the song, in that part of the song, the da da da, my cover is not the best if you want an easy way to play it, because my way is hard. But for the rest of, like, I think my way is probably gonna be the best way for just the Lost Girl motif. That's like the simplest you can play it on the guitar. I would love to see someone arrange it and make it easier though, while still maintaining, like, without changing the octave of the melody, because you can change the octave and make it easier probably, but I like keeping the song in the original octave. So yeah, that's the tutorial. I don't want to like give out the tab for free because it's on my Patreon. You gotta pay for it.